Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's another deck profile for you guys today. So starting today all the way to Halloween, I'll be bringing you guys one new deck profile per day. I might do a few combo videos, especially on dinosaurs. I know some of y'all been wanting that. But yeah, for right now, I just mainly want to focus on deck profiles for the duration of this month, simply because, you know, Halloween's my favorite holiday. And I figured I'd just do something a little special this time around. Of course, you will expect a Halloween special if you haven't seen my post already about it. It's a secret, so it is going to be a really cool deck to present to you guys. It's actually been one that's been requested a long time ago, but I never got around to making it. So hopefully you guys will get excited for that. But for today, I'm actually focusing on Chaos Thunder Dragons for you guys. This is another deck that's been requested, and I figured, you know what, I better update this now just so I can actually see what improvements I can make on it. And I actually found a build that I really enjoy, and it's doing pretty well. So this is actually a 50 card deck rather than a 40 card deck, and you'll see why momentarily. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so starting off with the main deck, as I mentioned, 50 cards. It's not a Thunder Dragon deck without the original Thunder Dragon. Definitely want to play 3 of these. It's a light monster, so, you know, it's light fodder for your Chaos monsters. Next, 3 copies of Thunder Dragon Dark. So Aaron already knows what this does. You can either pitch it to search itself out, or if it's banished, you can add any Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand. So it's a good way to search out your fusion. Next, 3 Thunder Dragon Roar. So this card either recurs or it can special summon depending on how you use the effect. So yeah, definitely a great card. And again, another dark monster. Next, 2 copies of Thunder Dragon Matrix. It's a good way to trigger off your Thunder Dragon Titan. And again, you know, just to the fact that if it's sent from field to the grave or banished, you can search another copy of it. So yeah, the Thunder Dragons just have really good synergy with the Chaos monsters because they're all light and or dark. So yeah, it gets crazy. 1 Hawk. I did run like 2, I think, last time, but I decided to cut it down to 1, honestly, because the fact that, well, the truth is Colossus is still banned, and until we can get that card back, this card has to go to 1 for right now. So, but yeah, if we can get Colossus back to 1, I think this deck will become extra powerful. And of course, last but not least, 1 Duo. And that pretty much sums up the Thunder Dragon engine. So, but yeah, Duo is just a level 8 monster you use for rank 8 purposes, and also it does have a really good end phase effect, so not too bad. All right, moving on. For my starters, actually, it's going to be 2 copies of Batterman Solar. So this is basically a Foolish Burial for your Thunder Dragons. Aloof Lupine, it's Gold Sark basically, so yeah, Aloof Lupine, pretty good. It just has a lot of good synergy with your Thunder Dragon monsters in general, and yeah. But here's the spice. I'm actually running the Phantom Beast, or not the Phantom Beast, the Sacred Beast engine. 2 Dark Beckoning Beast and 1 Chaos Summoning Beast. So the idea behind these cards, in fact, a lot of Thunder Dragon players have been running these. They're basically a 1-card curia. So you can either, as long as you either open up with this or opening up the Spirit Gates, which we'll get to later on, you basically got a 1-card curia. So the idea is like you use this to search out the spell card. The spell card will search out this one. You get to get the additional normal summon thanks to Dark Beckoning Beast, summon this, and then you just go into your link climbs into Curious, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So, but yeah, I figured to show you guys my secondary starters, and yeah, they're really good. All right, now moving on to the Chaos engine, I'm running 2 copies of Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Definitely one of the best Chaos monsters we have, especially because it can rip cards out of your opponent's hand, or you can just pop cards depending on what you banish. But yeah, it gets nuts once you really utilize his full effect. 1 Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. So this definitely a lot more obtainable thanks to Battles of Legend. So basically does what the original Chaos Emperor does. The only difference is that he only sends from the main monster zones, or as many cards you control as possible, except from the extra monster zone. And if you do, your opponent has to send the same number of cards to the graveyard, and your opponent gets burned for 300 points for every card he sends to his own graveyard. Also, what's also cool about the Chaos Emperor is that it sends itself back into the deck after you use the effect. So yeah, like if this card leaves the field once you use the effect, it goes to the bottom of your deck. So it's a good way to recur it. And honestly, just 1 is all you're ever going to need. So, and also the Pendulum effect's not too bad. It recurs some of your banished materials. So figured why not. Next, 1 Chaos Creator. So if you control this card that was special summoned, You can target 3 of your banished monsters with different names, special summon 1, and then place the rest in the bottom of your deck. So it's pretty good to, you know, like I said, recur your resources. And you really do need to when it comes to the Chaos Engine. Next up, gonna run the baby dragons, of course. 1 Wyvern Burster, 1 Collapser Serpent, since, you know, they are limited. And, of course, 1 Chaos Valkyria. I can't remember how many I ran last time. Might have been 2 or 3, I can't remember. But, yeah, just 1 is all you'll ever need. She's just another, like, Foolish Burial-esque card, so... yeah, well, not too bad. I'm also running the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, since I am running Union Carrier. Figured why not. I am running the Dragoon Engine, so 1 Dark Magician, 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. You know, just because, you know, why not? You got Verte Anaconda, might as well just bring these guys out and you have multiple negates, so yeah. Well, not multiple negates, but you'll have another card that can negate cards, so yeah, definitely a good thing to try. Of course, you don't have to run the Dragoon Engine if you really don't want to. It's just a little spice, you know? All right, so for hand traps, running the best ones in my opinion, the Gammas. Of course, you still got to run the 1 Driver. And of course, triple impermanents. And if you don't have impermanents, Effect Veiler will do just fine. Ghost Ogre 2, Ash Blossom, whatever you want. Honestly, I think impermanents will be in the gold series, so hopefully it won't be a short print if it is in there. But yeah, definitely something to look into. All right, now moving on to spells. 3 Chaos Space. This searches out all your Chaos monsters. And it's also a draw card, so yeah, definitely something to look into. It recurs, or you banish this, and you target one of your banished light and or dark monsters, place it to the bottom of the deck, and you get to draw 1 card. 3 Opening of the Spirit Gate. So again, it's one of my opener cards. So like if I see this, I search out Dark Beckoning Beast, get the Chaos Summoning Beast, and then just go into Curious afterwards. And I'll show you the combo how to do it. Next, 3 Allure Darkness and 2 Thunder Dragon Fusions. And for the one-ofs, Gold Sark and Red Eyes Fusion. So yeah, you don't really need too many spells, but they're really good just because the fact that it gets your play started, basically. All right, so now we're moving on to the extra deck. I'm only running 2 copies of Thunder Dragon Titan. I ran 3 last time. I completely cut out Twin Hit of Thunder Dragon, mainly because, 1, it's not really needed anymore, and plus, I always thought it was a level 8 monster, but it's actually a level 7. I was like, that's crazy. I could have sworn this card was a level 8 from what I can remember, but I don't know, maybe I was just wrong. But anyway, Titan is all you're ever going to need. It pops cards, not once per turn. It also has built-in protection, so yeah, as long as you have Thunder monsters in your grave, you're good to go. And of course, since I am running Dragoon, you know, figured why not. For Link monsters, I'm running the 1 Verte Anaconda, 1 Union Carrier, Link Karibo, Relinquished Anima, Cross Sheep, IP Masquerena. I'm not even going to go through what these do. Honestly, everyone should already know by now, by the way. 1 BLS. You don't have to run that too either. If you don't want to, you could just run any other generic Link 3 or Link 4. It's really up to you. Of course, Curious, which is one of the cards that really helps this deck fly, because like even though it's a 50 card deck, it never really feels like it half the time, because this deck can do a lot of crazy searching, and plus, thanks to one of my other cards, which we'll get to momentarily, it just like, it thins the deck out a lot. So Curious thins out your deck by technically 4 cards. Next, 1 Crusadia Evermex and Appaloosa, which is pretty easy to get into in this deck. For the Renegades, running the Hope Harbinger. I had to cut Dingirsu just because I didn't really have the room, but I might cut the Blackluster Soldier for Dingirsu because Dingirsu is just a little bit more unfair. So, but yeah, I haven't decided yet. But the new addition is Chaos Ruler. So this card, basically, when it's synchro summoned, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. And if you do, you can add 1 excavated light and or dark monster to your hand. And then you send the rest of the cards to the grave. So this is basically like a reasoning / painful choice-esque card. Of course, your opponent doesn't get to choose which card you add, but again, it's a really good way to thin your deck out. And considering that the deck is mostly just monsters, yeah, that's a lot. And again, thanks to Curious, you're technically milling 4 cards. So like you send one of your choice to the grave, and then you mill the top 3. So like, if you can manage to pull off both cards in the same turn, you basically milled your deck by 9. And you can get all the cards you need. And again, you search a lot in this deck. So yeah, Chaos Ruler is really busted for this deck. All right, so that's pretty much it for the extra deck. Side deck's pretty self-explanatory. Running 3 Nibiru, you know, why not? 2 Artifact Scythe, plus the 3 Sanctum. These are mainly just in case I know I'm going first, because my deck's primarily going second. 3 Evenly. If you don't want to run this, you could run Denko Sekka. It's really up to you. It's just that in case if I'm up against like a full back row heavy deck, it's not going to be hard for them to stop Denko Sekka with like a Solemn Warning or Judgment, because, you know, both cards are at 3s. So, yeah. Just 1 Macrocosmo. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying 3. But yeah, 1 Macrocosmo. I mean, most people don't realize how good this card really is in this deck, because, again, Thunder Dragons, they want to be banished. So yeah, Macrocosmo, definitely something to try out, you know, just to deal with like a graveyard reliant deck. And of course, triple Twin Twisters. So yeah. All right, so anyway, as I was trying to show you what the combo is, so with the Curious, so the combo is, let me get the cards out first real quick. So the combo is, if you have this in your hand, you play this, you search out your Dark Beckoning Beast, like so. You normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast. Dark Beckoning Beast will search out your Chaos Summoning Beast. Since this gives you an additional normal summon for a Fiend monster, you normal summon Chaos Summoning Beast. So now what you do is you link off your Chaos. You go into Link Karibo, because it's a dark monster. So Link Karibo. You use Opening of the Spirit Gate's second effect to revive a Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense. So you bring out your Chaos Summoning Beast. Link off again, because again, you need a different type, as long as they're all the same attribute for Curious. You now go into Relinquished Anima. So now you have a Dark Cybers, a Dark Spellcaster, and a Dark Fiend. And then from there, you link off all 3. And then afterwards, you finally go into Curious. Curious, depending on what your board is, what your hand is looking like, will determine like what you really want to send. Let's say I wanted to summon out Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and I need to get access to my Thunder Dragon Fusion. So let's say we send the Thunder Dragon Dark, you know, you mill the top 3, and then from there you can basically go into all your combo plays from there. So like, that's the whole idea of Curious, is like, you just mill your deck further, you get all the cards you need that you can synergize with your Chaos monsters, and yeah, that's generally it. So, but yeah, like for those who are wondering, like, how is it that the Sacred Beast engine is like a 1-card Curious? Well, there you go. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys again next time.